Saturday morning, it's release day, so please be sure to sound off in the comments if you secured, if you wanted the Yeezy Boost 350 V2 Blue Tint. It returned again, so I know some of you are just over it. So if you are from the other 350 V2s that dropped, whether it was the light or the MXO'd or upcoming pairs, go ahead and comment which one you would rather have. And I have Fear of God on the way, not from the Athletics line, that's dropping, let's talk about that, but no, from the Mr. Porter exclusive drop that I gave you a heads up on.
I surround my soul with the positivity. That's why I don't worry about the things that I don't see. Yeah. These days I don't worry about much. I think we should have some more fun. I still dream about the days when we were young. I'll take a hit and still.
What's going on, everybody? It's your girl TJ back with another video on Talks with TJ, and I appreciate you for the thank yous to giving people a heads up if you didn't know about the Mr. Porter drop. So if you were able to secure anything from those two brand new exclusive colorways, more of that yellow and then the burnt orange colorway that I touched on in the video earlier this week, awesome. Some of you said this was your very first time securing anything from a Fear of God Essentials drop, so that's amazing. Now, again, this isn't part of like an official collection that releases at all these other retailers. This was something special and specific Jerry did with Mr. Porter, so I'm really excited to get those items in. So just to give you a rundown, I picked up both hoodies and both pants. I just didn't want to pass those up. I thought about the crew necks, and at one point I had a crew neck, two hoodies and pants within my cart, but you know what? It's the sets are nice to be able to just throw on, and that was also $490 some. So I needed to stop there, you know, just control myself and move on to other things, because yeah, there's always something else that's coming up. And I said, hey, be on the lookout for Jerry to let us know when Fear of God Athletics would drop in the States. Now, he didn't give us dates, and I'm sure dates will be leaked very soon, but we at least know it's in February, which we suspected it would be around that time. So once the Intersect, I guess, capsule collection, once that's done or their release is done in January, we move on to February and the US getting the Fear of God Athletics drop. So I'm excited to see if there's anything more other than the colors we've seen already, and if so, like, what will that be? For right now, we've seen the logos, the branding. We know that there will be a mock neck, long sleeve shirt, but then also a hoodie. So I imagine he's going to go with the staples of a short sleeve shirt, maybe sweat shorts, pants. I'm just curious to see what else is there. And February will be expensive as well. That's not to say it won't be expensive outside of just the clothes, because you have All-Star Weekend, of course, and we'll get to that later on in the month of February. But there are two retros that I'm interested in. Of course, the Air Jordan 12 is going to come back, and then also the Jordan 3 Cardinal. I am very, very interested in that. So if I'm able to get my hands on both, ecstatic, hoping they're in good quality control condition, I guess, since I have to get GS pairs, unless I choose to try to get like a men's 7 in the 3. I don't know that I can make that work with that 12, so that we'll have to see as we get closer to release date. But Mr. Porter Fear of God Essentials on the way. Fear of God will drop soon. I have quite a few unboxings to do for you guys, so the Blue Tint unboxing will be up soon, and it's very similar to the Air Jordan 1 Royal. When there's a shoe that's added to the collection, and you guys have seen it time and time again for years now, it's not as if it's really a review. It's just really showing you guys my appreciation for having the sneaker in my collection now, my thoughts, and then how I'll choose to style it on a consistent basis as it's worked into my rotation of my sneaker collection. And I actually had to give someone a count of my sneaker collection in an interview recently, and it was up to 195. It was up to 195. Yeah. I guess now it's like 196, because we're not counting boots, but I do have a boot to show you guys. Finally, the Warriors boot arrived. We'll talk about the debacle of that, because yeah, I had to cancel the Mercari order. This is technically from Stadium Goods, so this is my first time ever using Stadium Goods, so I'll give you my account of that and how it went and why I had to cancel the original order that I had, because it was well over, it was like 3 weeks late, let's just put it that way. 3 weeks since I had purchased the item. It was a no at that point. And finally, my Klay Thompson jersey that was ordered as a birthday gift by my best friend finally arrived too. So I think I'm just gonna wrap that in one video so you guys can see both Klay Thompson jerseys, the brand new now pair of Timberland Warrior boots that I have, and just so much more. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. Oh, and yes, there's a very different video on the channel tomorrow. It's already ready to go, Metaverse plus Kicks. So we're gonna talk about Web3 and NFTs. I know those terms are thrown around a lot these days, especially with the fact that sneakers, it plays a part. The brands are getting involved, and we know the StockX news dropped last week, or this week, I should say. So we'll dive into that. It's a pretty extensive video because it's really an overview of all of the different Twitter spaces that I host on Twitter every week, usually on Wednesday. So if you don't tune in there, this is a great time for you to kind of catch up on what we talk about. As you guys know, like, conversations are happening everywhere. Just because something is not usually discussed here on my channel, it doesn't mean the conversations aren't being had or I'm not involved in them. It just means it may be on another platform via another medium, and that's kind of the beauty of social media, the fact that you have all these different platforms, then you can use them for different things. But I just figured, why not just go ahead and speak on that since I'm having these talks. I just never brought it to YouTube, and I wanted to share that with you guys. So if that's not your thing, then trust me, there will be tons of other videos to close out the week of January. So it's a Saturday. I have a lot on my plate today. I hope you guys have just such an amazing day. Hope it's relaxing. I know there's going to be lots of sports on. You guys already know with the Colts out, it's mainly just basketball right now for me, okay? So it's enjoying the fact that Klay Thompson is back. If your NFL team is still in the hunt for their Super Bowl contention, just go ahead, put what your team is, name them below. And I'd still think you just can't underestimate some of the teams that are still left. So I'll be there for the matchups, and I'll be busy this weekend. So hopefully you have an amazing Saturday. As always, act your age, not your shoe size. Peace.